Hello students, welcome to Anne's classes. Let's do squares and square roots, chapter 3, exercise 3b. We are doing question 5. Find the square root of each of the following correct to two decimal places. Now we did similar questions in our previous video and previous questions of the same exercise. Here, question 1 is a mixed number. So to find the square root of a mixed number, first you need to convert it to a decimal number, and this has already been given to you in your textbook to convert this to a decimal number. Now how do we convert? How do we convert this to a decimal number? We need to first convert it to an improper fraction. 5 threes are 15, 15 plus 4 is 19. So we get 19 by 5. Now if we divide 19 by 5, we can say 5 threes are 15, and then if we have to make it a decimal number, we have to continue with that division. 19 minus 15, 9 minus 5 is 4. Now the remainder is 4. Now we can continue our division by putting a point here and carrying the decimal point up. Now after you put a point, you can put any number of zeros. Okay, you can put any number of zeros. Now we'll just put 10 for the time being, and later we can add if we need it. So now this 0, you can bring it down. So when you bring it down, this becomes 40. So now 5 into what will give you 40? 5 eighths are 40. So we can put the 8 there. 5 eighths are 40 minus now a remainder 0. We don't have to add any more zeros next to this. Okay, so now we've got a quotient 3.8. That's how this is got here. Okay, so 3, 4 by 5, when you convert it to a decimal number, you get 3.8. Now we can find the square root of 3.8 correct to two decimal places. So for that, we draw our lines. We write 3.8 inside. Now remember, we learned that if you have to write your answer to two decimal places, you must have three pairs of digits. So once again, two decimal places means you must have three pairs of digits after the decimal point. So let's make three pairs here. So we already have 8, and if I put a 0, that will make it one pair. Then I'm going to have another pair and then one more pair. Now when we pair it up for the decimal part, we move from left to right. So we have three pairs here moving from left to right, and the integral part, it is from right to left. So we begin with 3. Now let's think of a decimal number which will give us, think of a number whose square is close to 3, and that number is 1, isn't it? 1 into 1 is 1. So that is minus 3 minus 1 is 2. Now we have to carry this point up and bring down the next pair of numbers, that is 80. So here now we have 280. Next step is we have to double this. So when you double 1, it becomes 1 into 2 is 2. So we're going to get 2 here. In the next step, we need to put a digit next to 2 and multiply with the same digit so that we get a number close to 280. Now, let me take 2 and let me put 9 next to it and see. Okay, let's see whether we get this. 9 nines are 81, carry 8. 9 twos are 18 plus 8. That is 26. So this is 261. So how did we get 261? We took this digit 2, we put 9 next to it, multiplied it by 9, and we got 261 because we need to get a number close to 280. So this digit 9, we are going to write it here. So let's write that. So 29 into 9 is 261. Now let's minus. So when you minus here, you're going to borrow 7, 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. 7 minus 6 is 1. Now we bring down the next pair of digits, which is two zeros. We bring it down and put it here. So we have two zeros. Now we have 1.9. We're going to read it as 19. We're going to double it. That means we're going to multiply it by 2. So we're going to take it as 19. We're going to multiply it by 2. 2 nines are 18, carry 1. 2 ones are 2 plus 1 is 3. So that is 38. Now we need to get a digit next to 8 and multiply by it to get a number close to 1900. So let's take 38 and next to it, let's put the digit 4 and see. So into 4. So 4 fours are 16, carry 1. 4 eights are 32 plus 1, 33, carry 3. 4 threes are 12, 13, 14, 15. So we've got this. Now we can try again. Let's take 38 and this time let's put 5 next to it and multiply by 5 and see what we get. 5 5s are 25, carry 2, 5 8s are 40, 41, 42, carry 4, 5 3s are 15 plus 4 is 19. So here can you see we have 1925, but this number is only 1900. So we have to write a number that is smaller than this. So we can only write this 1536. That means next to 38 we have to write the digit 4. So here let's write 4. So now it becomes 384 into 4, which is 1536. Next step is subtraction. So let's subtract and see. So here we have to borrow from here. So that is 8, 10, 9 and then again 10. 10 minus 6 is 4, 9 minus 3 is 6, 8 minus 5 is 3. Now we've got 364. We have to bring down the next pair. So this pair we finished. Now we bring down this pair. We have 2 zeros. Now our number here is 36,400. We have to double this. 1.94, take it as 194. Double it means multiply it by 2. 2 4s are 8, 2 9s are 18, carry 1. 2 1s are 2 plus 1, 3, 388. So let's write 388 here. Now we need to get a digit next to this and multiply so that we get this number. So let's take 388 here and let's put 8 next to it and multiply by 8 and see what we get. 8 8s are 64, carry 6. 8 8s are 64 plus 6 is 70, carry 7. 8 8s are 64 plus 7 is 71, carry 7. 8 3s are 24 plus 7, 31. That is 31,104. Now we need to get 36,000. So let's try by writing 388 and putting 9 next to it and see. So 388, this time we're going to write 9 next to it and multiply it by 9 and see what we get. 9 9s are 81, carry 8. 9 8s are 72 plus 8 is 80. 9 8s are 72 plus 8 is again 80. Carry 8. 9 3s are 27 plus 8 is 35. So here we have 35,001. Now that is closer to 36,000, isn't it? 35,000 is closer. So instead of writing 8, next to 388, we're going to put 9. So let's put 9 here. And in the quotient also, let's write 9. 3,889 into 9 is 35,001. Let's write that 35,001 minus, let's borrow from here. 10 minus 1 is 9. Again 9, 3. Then here we have 6 minus 5 is 1. So our remainder is 1,399. So now let's look at our quotient. Our quotient is 1.949. Let's write it down. Quotient is 1.949. Now we have to find the square root correct to 2 decimal places. That means we have to round it off to 2 decimal places. So let's write 1.9. Now what about this number? Look at the digit next to it. If it is more than 5, this number 4 will change. So it's more than 5, so 4 will now become 5. So here, what do we have? 1.95. So this is our answer. We have found the square root correct to 2 decimal places, 1.95. Second question here is 6, 7 by 8 again to 2 decimal places. And again in your question, this has been given to you. This has been converted into a decimal number 6.875. So let's start with that. So let's write 6.875. 6.875. Now here again we have to find the square root correct to 2 decimal places. That means we should have 3 pairs of digits after the decimal point. So 2 pairs means 2 decimal places means 3 pairs of digits after the decimal point. Now we have 1 pair here. So let's write that. This is 1 pair. Now here we have to have another pair, but we only have 1 digit, so we'll put 1 more digit, and we need to have 1 more pair. So now we have 3 pairs after the decimal point, and here we have 1 number. Let's begin our division. Now here we have 6. Think of a number whose square gives you a number close to 6, that is 2, isn't it? 2 2's are 4, minus 6 minus 4 is 2, and we bring down the next pair, that is 87, carry the point up, so it becomes 2 point whatever comes after that. Next step is doubling this. So 2 into 2 is 4. Next step is we have to write a digit next to 4 and multiply so that we get a number close to 287. So let's write 4, and next to it let's put the digit 5 and see, into 5. 5 5s are 25, carry 2. 5 4s are 20, 21, 22. We have 225. Here we have 287. So let's try another number. So let's put 4, and next to it let's put 6 this time. 6 into 6. 6 6 are 36, carry 3. 6 4s are 24, 25, 26, 27. So now we have 276, which we can write here. That means next to 4, we have to put the digit 6. So let's write 6 here, into 6. 46 into 6 is 276, minus 7 minus 6 is 1, 8 minus 7 is 1. Now bring down the next pair, that is 50, 1150. Next step is doubling 2.6. We're going to take it as 26. So 26 into 2. 2 6 are 12, carry 1, 2 2s are 4, plus 1 5. We have 52. So let's write 52 here. Now we have to get a digit next to 52 and multiply to get this number. So let's see, 52. Now let's put 2 next to it, into 2. 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. We've got 1044, which is close to this number. So let's write 2 next to 52 here. So we're going to write 2. Now the number is 522 into 2. So that becomes 1044, minus, borrow from here. So this is 4 and 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. Then here we have 0, 1. Now bring down the next pair, that is 2 zeros. Now we have 262. Let's double it. 262 into 2. 2 2s are 4. 2 6 are 12, carry 1. 2 2s are 4, plus 1 5. 524. So now next to this we have to put a digit. So let's take 524 and write it here. So we have 524. Next to that let's put the digit 2 and see, into 2. So this is 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. So here what do we have? 10,484. So here that is close to this number. So next to 524 we can write the digit 2. So now it is 5,242 into 2. So that is 10,484, minus, now let's borrow from here. So this is 10, 9, 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 8 is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. So we're going to stop with this because we have to write to 2 decimal places and we've got 3 decimal places already. So let's write that number 2.622. Now we have to write it to 2 decimal places. So this remains the same, this remains the same. Now let's look at this digit and the digit next to it. It is less than 5, so this digit will remain the same. It will not change because this one is less than 5. So this is 2 and our final answer is 2.62. Question 6. For each of the following, find the least number that must be subtracted so that the resulting number is a perfect square. That means for this number 796, we have to find one number to subtract from this so that the resulting number is a perfect square. So let's try the normal division method itself and find the square root of this. Okay, so 796. Remember, this is a whole number, so we do a pairing from right to left. So we have one pair here and one here. Now we do our normal division. Think of a number whose square gives you a number close to 7. So that is 2. 2 2s are 4, minus 7 minus 4 is 3. Bring down the next pair, 96. Now 2, let's double it. 2 2s are 4. Now we need to think of a number next to this so that we can get a number close to 396. So let's take 4 and write it here, and let's put a number next to it. Now let's put 8 next to it and see. Okay. That means we have to multiply also by 8. 8 8s are 64, carry 6. 8 4s are 32, plus 6 is 38. So we have 384, which is close to 396. So we can write it here. That means next to 4, I have to put the digit 8. So now it becomes 48. So 48 into 8 is 384. Now we have to subtract it. 6 minus 4 is 2, 9 minus 8 is 1, and this is 0, so we have 12. Now children, this is the least number that must be subtracted so that the resulting number is a perfect square. So if I subtract 12 from 796, I will get a number which is a perfect square. Okay, so what is our final answer? The least number that must be subtracted is 12. So our answer is 12. Now you can also check this answer and see. That is, you can take the number 796 and subtract 12 from it. 6 minus 2 is 4, 9 minus 1 is 8, 784. Now this number is a perfect square. So you can find out the square root of this number that will not have any remainder, and you will understand that this is a perfect square. So the remainder that you get when you divide is the least number that must be subtracted to make it a perfect square. So our answer is 12. The second question under question 6. So here also we have to find the least number that must be subtracted. So from this, which is the number that we should subtract to make this a perfect square? So right now it is not a perfect square. So now let's find the square root of this number by the division method. So 1886, 1886. Now let's begin the pairing from here to here, and now we have two pairs. Now let's think of a number whose square will give us a number close to 18. How about 4? 4 fours are 16 minus, we have 2. So bring down the next pair, 286. Now our number becomes. Next step is double the quotient. 4 into 2 is 8. Now we have to write a number next to 8. Next to this and multiply with it to get a number close to 286. So let's write 8 here. And next to that, let's put the digit 3. 83 into 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 8s are 24. So we have 249. So we can write that here 3. So 249. Now let's subtract. So when we subtract here, we need to borrow. So this is 7 and 16. 16 minus 9 is 7, and 7 minus 4 is 3. So this is the remainder, and the remainder is the least number. Okay, so keep that in mind. The remainder that you get is the least number that must be subtracted. So what is our answer? The least number that must be subtracted is 37. So when you subtract, the number given to us is 1886. When we subtract 37 from this, let's see what we get. So here this is 7 and 16. 16 minus 7 is 9. 7 minus 3 is 4. 8, 1849, which is a perfect square. So our answer is this. The least number that must be subtracted is 37. The third question here is 23,497. Again, we have to find the least number that must be subtracted from this number to make it a perfect square. So we use the division method. So let's begin. 23,497. Now here we start pairing from here. So one pair, 2, and then this is left. So we have only 2, so that is 1. 1 ones are 1 minus 2 minus 1 is 1. Bring down the next pair, which is 34. Next is, look at the quotient. It's 1. Double the quotient. 1 into 2 is 2. Now put a digit next to 2 so that we get a number close to 134. So here let's take 2 and put the digit 6 next to it and see. Okay. So here we have 6 6 are 36, carry 3. 6 2s are 12, 13, 14, 15. 156, which is more than 134. So instead of writing 6 next to 2, let's put 5 and see. So we have 2 And next to it, let's put 5. Multiply this by 5. 5 5s are 25, carry 2. 5 2s are 10, 11, 12. We have 125, which we can write here. So next to 2, we have to put the digit 5, which we are going to write here. So let's write 5. So the number now becomes 25 into 5, 125. Now let's subtract. So when we subtract, we need to borrow. So 14 minus 5 is 9. And then we bring down the next pair, which is 97. So now our number here is 997. We have to double this 15. 15 into 2 is 30. So let's write 30 here. Now next to 30, we need to get a digit. Okay, to get a number close to this. So let's write 30 and next to it, let's put the digit 3. So let's put 3 and multiply also by 3. 3 threes are 9, 3 zeros are 0, 3 threes are 9. Okay. Now this will be the closest because if we put 4 here, 4 into 3 will make it 12 and 12 will be greater than this, isn't it? So let's put 3 next to 30 here. So next to 30, we're going to put 3 and multiply it by 3. So 303 into 3 is 909, which we have already multiplied. Now let's subtract here. So here we need to borrow. 17 minus 9 is 8 and 8 minus 0 is 8. So our remainder is 88. That means the least number that must be subtracted so that the resulting number is a perfect square is 88. So let's write that. The least number that must be subtracted is 88. This is our answer. And if you actually do it, children, you'll be able to find out it's correct. That is, if you take this number and subtract 88 from it, you will get a perfect square. Question 7. For each of the following, find the least number that must be added. This time it's adding so that the resulting number is a perfect square. So we have a number given to us, 511. This is not a perfect square, but we have to add a certain number to this to make it a perfect square. Now, how do we find it? Again, let's use the division method. Let's write down 511. First step. Now do the pairing. That is from right to left, and then we have this. So now we have 5 here. So let's think of a number whose square will give us a number close to 5. That is 2. So 2 2's are 4 minus 5 minus 4 is 1. We bring down the next pair, which is 11. So we have 111. Let's double up this number. When you double 2, 2 into 2 is 4. Now we need to get a number next to 4 to get a number close to this. So let's write down 4 here. So 4 and next to it, let's write 2 and see. 2 into 2. 2 2's are 4, 2 4's are 8. We have 84 and that is quite close to 111. So that means next to 4 we have to write the digit 2. So next to 4 here, let's write the digit 2. So we'll write 2 here, multiply this by 2. So 42 into 2 is 84 minus, now when we minus here, what do we get? Now we need to borrow. So this is 11 minus 4 is 7. Again we need to borrow. So this becomes 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. So we have 27. Now children, listen very carefully. In the previous question, when we said find the least number that must be subtracted, the remainder was our answer. But this time the question is find the least number that should be added. Now we need to be a little careful. This time we have to look at the quotient. The quotient is 22. So let's take the quotient this time. We are not looking at the remainder. The quotient is 22. Take the number after 22. The number after 22 is 23. Now find the square of 23. That means 23 into 23. Let's find the square. 3 3's are 9, 3 2's are 6, 2 3's are 6, 2 2's are 4. Plus, here we have 9, 6 plus 6 is 12, carry 1, 4 plus 1 is 5. So 529. That means we need to add a number to 511 to make it 529. Only then it becomes a perfect square. So how to find out what is that number that we add to this? So we take 529 and we subtract this number. We subtract 511 from it. So let's subtract 511 from it. And what do we get? 9 minus 1 is 8. 2 minus 1 is 1 and 0. So the number that we have here is 18. If I add 18 to 511, I will get 529, which is a perfect square. The square root of this is 23. So the number that I must add is 18. Let's write that down. The least number that must be added is 18, and this is my answer. So I hope you have understood this, children. When you have to add, it's different. When you have to subtract, you just take the remainder. When you have to add, you look at the quotient and find the square of the quotient of the next number. 22, we found the quotient of 23. And then that answer and the dividend here we subtract, and the answer that you get is the least number. So keep this in mind. Again, with a lot of practice, you'll be able to get this easily. Question 2, 7172. So here also the question is find the least number that must be added. So we are going to first do the division method now. So let's write down the number inside 7172 and let's pair it up. So we have a pair here and a pair here. Now the number is 71. So think of a number whose square will give you a number close to 71. How about 8? 8 8s are 64 minus, now here let's subtract. This will become 6 and 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. Now bring down the next pair, 72. So our number now is 772. Double the quotient. 8 into 2 is 16. So we have to write 16 here. Get a number next to 16 so that we get a number close to this. So let's write 16. Let's write 4 next to it and multiply this by 4. 4 4s are 16, carry 1. 4 6 are 24 plus 1, 25. Carry 2. 4 1s are 4, 5, 6, 656. We can write that number. So next to 16, we're going to write 4. So it becomes 164 into 4. That is 656. Now subtract. Let's see what we get as the remainder. This is 6. So 12 minus 6 is 6. 6 minus 5 is 1 and 7 minus 6 is 1. 116 is the remainder. This time we are not looking at the remainder, we are looking at the quotient because this is added. So whenever the question is least number that must be added, look at the quotient. So the quotient is 84. That means I have to find the square of 85. Find the square of 85. So let's multiply 85 into 85 and see what the square of 85 is. 5 5s are 25, carry 2. 5 8s are 40, 42. 8 5s are 40, carry 4. 8 8s are 64, 68. So 5, 2, 2, 7. 7,225. So what did we find out? We found out the square of the number after the quotient. 84 is a quotient. We found out the square of 85, which is 7,225. That means I have to bring this number, that is 7,172, into, I have to change it to 7,225. How can I do that? Let me subtract these two numbers. So that is 7,225 minus 7,172. So 5 minus 2 is 3. Now I need to borrow from here. So this is 1. 12 minus 7 is 5. So here again, I have 5 here. Now 1 minus 1 is 0 and 0 here. So here what do I have? 53. So that means if I add 53 to 7,172, I will get 7,225, which is a perfect square. So what is the number that I should add? 53 is the number that must be added. So the least number that must be added is 53. So this is my answer. So again, let me just tell you how to do it. First, find your square root method by the division method here. The number that you get here, your quotient. Find the square of the number next to the quotient. 84 is your quotient. Find the square of 85. And then the answer that you get and the question that you have, subtract the two, and the answer that you get, the difference, is the least number that must be added. So let's work out this number also the same way. Let's begin. So this is 55,078. Next step, let's pair it. We're pairing it from here. We have a pair. Okay, now here we have 5 by itself. So we start with 2. 2 2s are 4. Minus 1. Bring down the next pair, which is 50. Next, double the quotient. 2 into 2 is 4. Next, write a digit next to 4. Multiply and get a number close to 150. We are taking 4. Next to that, let's write 3 into 3. 3 3s are 9. 3 4s are 12. 129. So here next to 4, I'm writing 3. So it becomes 43 into 3 is 129. Again minus. So here let's borrow. 10 minus 9 is 1. So let's write that 1 there. And 4 minus 2 is 2. Bring down the next pair, that is 78. Now our number is 2178. Let's double this 23. 23 into 2 is 46. So we're going to write 46. Next to this, we need to get a digit and multiply and get a number close to 2178. So let's take 46 and write it here. What is the digit we'll write next to it? Let's write 4. So 464 into 4. 4 4s are 16, carry 1. 4 6 are 24 plus 1 25, carry 2. 4 4s are 16, 17, 18, 1856. Let's write it here. That means next to 46, I need to put the digit 4. So now I have 4. 464 into 4 is 1856. Now let's subtract both these numbers. 8 minus 6 is 2 and 7 minus 5 is 2. Here we need to borrow. So this is 1, 11. 11 minus 8 is 3. So here we have 322 as the remainder. Since the question is find the least number that must be added, we are not looking at the quotient, at the remainder. We are looking only at the quotient. So this is our quotient. We have 234. Next step is we have to find the square of the next number, 235. This is 234. Now we have to find the square of 235. So the square of 235, 235 into 235 is 55,225. Next step is we are going to subtract this number and this number. So let's take that 55,225 minus 55,078. So here let's borrow. 15 minus 8 is 7. Again we need to borrow. So here we have 11 minus 7 is 4 and we have 1. That means 147 is the number that should be added to this question so that we get this number 55,225, which is a perfect square. So the number to be added is 147. So the least number that should be added is 147. This is our answer. So we will stop with this for now, children. In our next video, we will continue with the remaining questions. Thank you, children.